What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? So, guys who do well with women, ladies, men, players, not necessarily even players, a guy who is perceived to get women, right? Or people hear women talking about him, right? Like women will be like, oh, he looked good or whatever. And he himself could not even be a person that's a quote unquote player like that. He just gets a lot of attention from young ladies. These guys get hated on. If you guys have ever been in a work environment, you know this to be true. If you were perceived to be a ladies' man, right? Or if women always talked about you, if they're like, oh, that boy's so fine or whatever the hell, right? And I'm gonna tell you why this is, and I'm gonna get more deeper into it. First of all, this is Tarik Talks. You guys could have been anywhere in the world, but you are here with me, and I humbly appreciate it. Y'all, if you are in an environment, okay, not necessarily work, but this is probably the most prominent place, but it could be a restaurant, lounge, anything, and you walk in and it's obvious that, hey, this guy is a ladies' man, or he has the potential, right? Or he looks like he has a potential to get chicks. You know, you look presentable and shit like that. Guys will start hating on you, and they will look at you, and you can feel the energy shift, right? They'll have this like real spite. They'll look like this, like real spiteful, real hateful look, and in their head, they'll start talking trash about you, right? They'll start talking mess. The odd thing about these young men, right, about these dudes is they look raggedy as hell. So you are never going to get, let me tell y'all something, you're not going to get hated on by somebody that's above you, okay? Not necessarily above you, but someone that feels like they're good, right? Like it's not common that you see another ladies' man hate on a ladies' man, right? It's not very common, because the other guy, he's thinking to himself, okay, yeah, you know, he gets chicks. I see him, you know, I see him doing his thing. He always got a shouty on deck, right? Whatever. He don't have to be like a mega player with a billion different chicks. No, it could be a guy just that has a relationship or whatever like that too. All right. And the other guy, he's like, okay, cool, I see him, but I'm not tripping about that. However, these type of guys that don't like it, that don't like you for whatever reason, they are below you. There's no reason. See, that comes from insecurity. There's no reason for them to be hating if they were doing good, right? There's no reason. But when they wake up in the mirror, they look at themselves. They don't like what they see. They look raggedy as hell, and this is not nothing against them, because they have the ability to change, right? They have the ability to change. Okay, but they'll give you a billion excuses. Oh, work and my baby mama tripping, whatever sorry ass excuse they're gonna give you, right? So instead of improving themselves so they could get on your level, get on my level, bitch, you can never, ever get on my level, right? You can never get on my level. Nah, I'm just playing. But instead of them getting on your level or above, it feels better for them to look at you and hate, right? It's the same thing with people that complain. Instead of people that complain a whole bunch, instead of them improving their situation, instead of them improving what's going on to them, they find it easier just to sit there and whine and complain. This is the same thing with these haters, with these player haters, right? Y'all remember that Dave Chappelle convention with the player hater convention, or Dave Chappelle episode, and it was a player hater convention. These guys are a convention of player haters, right? It's easier for them just to sit there and make snarky comments, right? To make comments looking at you like, if you walk into work, they're the guys usually that look busted, out of shape. They usually look like they just hate their life, right? And they'll be looking at you. They'll be getting mad at you. They'll be getting mad at you like it's your fault, right? They look at you like, why do you not look like shit like the rest of us? Why do you look like you care about yourself? Why do you look like you put in effort into yourself, into your body? Why do you walk around confidently? They'll say things like, oh, you gay or something like that. Obviously, you not. You feel me? Obviously, you not. You just take care of yourself, right? You don't want to walk into a spot. You don't want to walk into work looking like you just rolled out of bed, right? Looking like you built like a sack of potatoes, or you looking like the Pillsbury Doughboy. You don't want to do that. But in their head, they're thinking, oh, that why he doing that? Something is wrong. And this is the mentality of player haters. They get mad. They will talk down on guys that are doing or perceived, right? Because they're not necessarily doing better than them. They're just putting in more effort, right? But they get mad. They get jealous. Jealous ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? You jealous. And they'll talk amongst their other, and all their friends look like shit too. So all of the friends have something to talk about, like some gossiping broads, right? So they're gonna sit there in their little congregation of player Haitian, and they will just sit there and just talk trash about you with all their other player hating loser ass friends, right? Because only eagles don't hang with turkeys, okay? Eagles don't hang with turkeys. So you're never gonna catch a guy that takes care of himself, is into himself, is perceived to be a ladies' man, or he does good with women. You're not gonna see him hanging around player haters, right? So who do these guys that hate on ladies' men hang around with? Other haters, right? And this is an insecurity. You'll especially see this, fellas. You will see this if you ever hit a bar or if you ever hit a lounge or whatever. You will see this with guys that have a girl with them, right? They'll have a little girlfriend or some shit like that. And these guys, their insecurity trigger will go off instantly. They will instantly go to defense mode. And what is defense mode? Talking trash about a guy who obviously looks good, right? Who's obviously an attractive guy that is able to pull women. The reason he's doing that is, and I'm gonna go a little I'm gonna get in my Dr. Phil bag here real quick. The reason he's doing that is because he knows good goddamn well that his old lady is looking at him. He knows that his old lady peeped him out from a distance. See, females, bro, they'll peep you out from a distance, right? And they'll look at you and like, yeah, I would definitely let him pipe me. And the guy with her, he knows that. He knows that the guy, and look, fellas, quick disclaimer. I should have gave this in the beginning, right? Quick disclaimer. I should have gave this in the beginning. This is not the case every time, right? Some dudes are just haters in general, right? They're gonna hate you whether you raggedy, whether you in shape, or whether you just the shit, right? They're gonna hate you no matter what. So this does not apply to all. But this guy feels threatened by you. He feels threatened because he saw his broad glancing your way, right? And her glance was not really a glance. It was more of a gawk, right? It was more of damn type of look. You know, she said it in his head, but he heard it loud and clear, right? She said that shit in her head, but he heard that loud and clear. So he's like, oh, hell nah. He could take my broad low key. So I don't like that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start talking trash about him to my broad so I can knock him down a peg or two, because it's gonna make me feel better. But little does he know, the whole time he talking trash, she thinking in her head, like, man, whatever. I would still F him, right? And that guy that's play hating, let me tell you something. Let me tell you the bright side of this, though. Those guys that play hate, first of all, they're not gonna get anywhere in life unless they change that mentality, right? Second, it's gonna even make you look better because they talking about you, right? They mentioning you, and the whole time the chick thinking in her head like, boy, shut your fat. The jealous dude that's talking all up in her ear, right? She looking at him, she thinking like, boy, shut your fat ugly ass up. I'm trying to get with him, right? So it's gonna make him look weaker, and it's gonna make you look better. So it's a lose-win situation because, fellas, look, man, it's okay. We all feel, look, it's only human nature. It's human nature to feel somewhat of like an insecurity when someone does something better. Look, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm just this perfect angel. Okay. But the key is, hey, look at this guy and be like, look, how can I get myself better? Maybe I can't get to his level, or maybe I can, but I'm gonna try my hardest, right? See him as, okay, hey, look, he doing real good with ladies. What can I do to do the same, right? What can I do to get the same results? But unfortunately, for the most part, the modern man would rather sit down on his big ass behind, on his big behind, and hate on the guy that's doing well. But it's all good though, because the guy that's doing well, he don't give a damn. He's still doing his thing. You'll see a lot of this, bro. You'll see a lot of this type of activity. Like I said, I'll give you guys and guys, if you haven't experienced, please write it down in the comment section. I was in this bar lounge. I wasn't even, it was a guy and his gal, right? His gal was, I would say she was average, because it wasn't even a chick that I even remember that was even noteworthy, right? But I was just drinking, right? I was facing the other way. I looked behind, on everything that I love. This was the most vicious player hate moment I've ever seen in my life. I turn around, there's this dude, right? Mean mugging the shit out of me while he was holding his old lady, right? So he was holding her and he was mean mugging me. He was getting mad at me because I was existing, right? Because I was just close to his gal. He would get mad at me. I kid you, and he held his girl and he was like, "Let's go, babe." And I was like, wow, that is intense. Like, dude, you got her, bro. What is you? I'm over here doing what I need to do, like chilling. You over here, but that's what happens though. You can't just mind your business. You can't just mind your business. Someone is gonna start hating. They're gonna hate you for the littlest thing, and then you look at them, and they look like, look, they're gonna make fun of you, how you look. You look at their whole outfit, it looked like they crawled out of a trash can, right? They're gonna make fun of you, their body shaped like a fucking